everyone, this is Nina from ROADIE Free Radio. In this clip, Larry talks to Grace Royse, who's done every job you can think of for thousands, yes, thousands of festivals, tours, and live broadcasted performances, from the Super Bowl and the US Open to NoFX and the Descendants. Here, Grace talks about failure and how in the roadie business, it might just be your best friend. If you want to hear more from Grace, you can listen to the full episode number 127 from March 18th, 2019. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Here's Larry and Grace Royse.
You could time travel. You probably could time travel. You figured out a way, Grace, to fucking mind shift the world, okay? And you get to meet your 16-year-old self the day that you have decided not to go back to school and drive off in your car to whatever gig or whatever it was you were going to do. And what would you now tell that young lady?
Oh, man. There may have been a time, maybe only a few months ago, where I would have a whole spiel for her about, not letting sex or drugs or alcohol interfere with what's going on. But those lessons were important for me.
Right. Now you're like, fuck it. Go have a good time.
Go have a good time. No, I did. I definitely lost my cool at some point. My sister passed away while I was on tour, and I definitely had that like, well, fuck it. I've been this good girl, and I'm just going to rage. And it took me to my knees in a lot of ways. And I think there would have been a time where I would have gone back and told her, like, don't do drugs. Not that any teenager would listen to you,
Yeah.
Don't involve yourself with the wrong people and mind your P's and Q's. But man, trust and respect is the only way we can get to really affect other people's life. And I've already told you that one of my biggest missions is to support a culture of hardworking, like-minded people. And those people aren't going to trust or listen to me unless I'm a willing participant and able to tell them where I fell short and how I failed, and those failures in a lot of ways have set me free. So, if anything, I would just tell her, hang in there. There were a lot of points where I thought to give up, and luckily I had a lot of good mentors around me, a lot of healthy people that, saw I was going down a dark road, and they just kept an eye on me. They didn't really try to grab me and tell me not to do those things, but they just kept an eye on me, and they loved me, and I hope to be able to do those same actions for other people. And I know that being honest about like, I fell short here and there. This is where I went wrong. This is how it fucked me over. That's going to make me more transparent and trustworthy to people out there on the road that are having a hard time. And I think it makes me a better leader because, dude, I could smell it on you. I'm not a parent, but, in a lot of ways when I'm on the road, I feel like I can smell when things are going in a bad direction. Mm-hmm. And, it's my job to keep the team safe. And if there's a loose wire, it's also my job, unfortunately, to cut them loose. And I have to do that sometimes. It makes me so uncomfortable to have someone screaming in my face that I'm a piece of shit because I'm firing them. But I've had those same people come back to me years later and thank me and say, I've had some of them still say, fuck you, but that's cool too.
Yeah.
But, I know that I'm doing the right thing for the team and they might not know it, but I'm doing the right thing for them. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the few industries that you can get fired and actually go up the ladder. So, I just encourage people, like, even if you get fired, be aware of how you're treating people because you will see all of us again. And we switch roles all the time. My boy Ruben, I love him so much because he's one of my biggest guys in my corner that, face shoves people for me when they get out of line. But, he'll tell you, like, we take turns. Sometimes I'm in charge. Sometimes he's in charge. Sometimes I'm patch tech. Sometimes he's stage manager. Sometimes I'm PM. Sometimes he's my monitor engineer. If when he was coming up, I treated him like crap, you think he would be nice to me when he's in charge? Like, just be aware of how you're treating people on your way up the ladder. You know, if someone fires you for being a drunk piece of shit, thank them. You know, maybe not to their face, but eventually you're going to be like, all right, I see my part in that. I understand what's good about that. And you may get the opportunity at some point, if I fired you, you may get the opportunity at some point to be my on-site PM. And I hope you shake my hand and say hi, knowing that, like, dude, I did it too. All's well.
Hey, what's happening, roadies? It's Larry here. Just wanted to thank you so much for listening to this short clip. I really hope you got something out of it. If you can take 2 seconds to head over to iTunes and drop us a review or a comment, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Keep listening, keep coming back, stay healthy out there, and remember, no roadies, no rock and roll.